Hi there, welcome to GhostPrime Reviews. I want to take a look at the Legends Kingdom and Legacy Hot Rod. Now I say Kingdom and Legacy because this was actually out in the Kingdom line and branded as such. The box that this one came in is a Kingdom box, which is interesting because I bought it fairly recently off of Amazon. Anyhow, he is just the little Legend scale figure. He's tiny, comes with everything that the Legacy version does. The only difference is the box. So I'll just go over take a look at him. Originally, I wasn't going to pick him up. I decided I wanted something for my desk, so I did. And he's on sale. Why not? So please, if this is your first time here, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. And leave a comment if you want. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. So one thing I was kind of surprised about is I figured it was under the Legacy banner, not the Kingdom banner. But here it is in package, in Kingdom packaging. And he still has the same sort of weapon thing. And he comes on a blister pack with plastic. Now the Legacy ones come in a box with a hole in the front for the window instead of the plastic packaging. So this has the classic style of packaging. On the back, you can see that he turns from robot to vehicle in 8 steps. Let's get this guy opened up and out of the package. And out of the package, he comes with what you see here. He has a set of instructions. He has his little sword. And the sword close up has sort of like I guess that's supposed to be energy waves on it or something. There is a port there, and this is for how he could hold it in the little port, and looks like a larger 5mm port for a larger bot to hold. The instructions are, this is a Kingdom one, so it has the Kingdom branding and the Kingdom green on it. And of course they are clear. Kind of tells you how to transform it and just what instructions should do, where you can put the weapon. Very basic stuff here. And of course, the bot himself. And going in, he's got some really nice sculpt work, as we've come to expect. If I can get it nice to focus. Blue painted eyes, which is quite tiny. And I really do like the sculpt work on this. I think it's all there. I like particularly the sculpt work on the legs. That's where the stickers were on the G1. That's something I really love with these. I missed that from Classics. Turning it around, the spoiler is kind of cool how that folds up and stays there and makes a whole back. He's not super hollow, but you can see the back of the front of the car and the back of the legs there. The legs on the inside are hollow, but it's kind of forgivable. You kind of see how he looks all the way around. Now, I have seen some pictures where this is a huge gap, and actually it doesn't gap up. It's really, really nice. It fits all really nicely together. I mean, it's pretty good looking robot mode, I do say. And I really, really like that face sculpt. And as far as paintwork goes, I would love to see the shoulders painted. I would love to see these these pieces here that are normally orange painted. And it's cast all in this maroon reddish colored plastic and then painted over. I would have loved to see actual orange instead of just orange paint here on the legs, these plates. Maybe some paint inside here and like a black for the feet. I really think it would really stand out that way. These are minor nitpicks. I understand there's a budget for these things, or maybe even the headlights painted a little different color. There's definitely detail on this to actually work with a really good paint job. It's just too bad, I guess, it wasn't in the budget. Now, moving on to size comparisons. There he is with the Legends Kingdom Optimus Prime. Here he is with the Micromaster Hot Rod from the Star Convoy set. And here he is with Studio Series Hot Rod. Now, as I mentioned, he does have this sword, and you could just peg it in his fist like that. I had a small peg. And so he could hold it just like that. And there is that peg hole, which I will get into in a minute. For articulation, his arms are on a ball joint here, and then there's a hinge joint here, so you could kind of lift it up, kind of do like a shrug. And it's actually really tight here. The joints are not all even as far as that's concerned. His arms could would be able to do a 360 if this piece isn't here. He has a little over 90 at the elbow. That's also a ball joint, so you could kind of twist it. You could it's kind of a makeshift bicep twist. Of course, no articulation or nothing on the hands. Legs on a ball joint could go up about that far forward, that far back, and that far out. Knees on a ball joint go about that far before they hit the back pieces here. No articulation on the ankles at all. No articulation for the waist. The head is, I think it's a peg joint, and it's actually hollow, completely hollow in the back, which I am just not a fan of. It is hidden mostly by this piece here, so it's not, you can't really even see it from the back, but you could kind of notice it. So that's not a good thing. Overall, I guess it doesn't bother me too much, but it's a thing. So let's getting into transformation. He's not super hard to transform, but there's like pegs and stuff here that you got to do. So let's take his backpack piece here and just kind of lift that up. Take his arms, push those forward. And there is you can't really see it, but there's a peg on the side of the arm right there. And that actually pegs into a peg slot on the side right in there. You kind of see it. So gotta get that lined up. I actually have trouble getting this lined up. More on one side than the other. There we go. And it's more partly because this is ridiculously tight joints on the shoulders. There we go. There's like that. Straighten out that head. And then we're going to take the legs, kind of move them like this. Let's just get these up and out of the way here real quick. The legs actually have like those two joints here, and they slide up. Let's actually move this, straighten that out, move that like that. Just straighten these out and move these forward. Kind of move that like this, the legs. Make sure that's all in. And then there's like a little peg on the arm right there that slots in. Kind of put that down and kind of get those slotted in like that. Either side. And same with this, these slot in. So there's these pieces here that slot into there, like that. So they slot in these little, there, kind of peg in. So it kind of completes the part of the spoiler that connects it to the car. So you have the front end here. And you there's a peg in the front. Push that together, push it all together. That. Line it all up, snap it down. On either side, if it stays, mine does not like to stay. And there we go. That is Hot Rod in his car mode. Now, as you can see, he does have this little peg here. And that was what I mentioned, the little hole. It just pegs on like so. So that's how it is in car mode if you want the sword attached. Now this could also detach. And it has what looks to be maybe a 5mm port there. I'm not quite sure, but he doesn't really have a place to hold it. You can kind of do that. Maybe like this. Like if he could hold it, that would be cool, like a bow and arrow, but it does not really need a spot for it. So this has got to combine somehow, like this combines a sky warp. So I'm not really sure how that's going to work, but that's without the spoiler. This pegs right back in. And then so it has a correct orientation. There's this little tiny, just slots in. So you can only kind of slot it in all the way one direction. There he is in car mode. Painted windows, painted flames on the hood there. No Autobot logo. That's something that I could remedy. I have a bunch of little toy hacks set to Autobot logos. Probably put one on there, which I probably will do. I wish the headlights were painted, but overall I like it. I think this looks really good. These could be silver, but it's not too bad. Like nitpicks. I think this is really good, and it rolls pretty well. There's the underside. There's really not too much else with it. Here's how he looks next to the Micromaster. Here he is with the Legends Optimus Prime from the same line. Got a good idea of scale here. So, I really do think that this thing would actually make a fantastic addition to your desk. So overall, he's not bad. I feel he could use a little extra paint, and I don't like that he has kind of a floppy legs. His leg doesn't really like to stay. Not a big issue. It could be fixed with a floor polish. It is a ball joint. But so it's just okay. I think everything about it is just okay. I think it cleans up really nice in robot mode. He looks good in, like, I think it looks really good in car mode. I wish he had a Autobot logo on the hood of the car, but again, that could be fixed. Maybe a little orange paint on the arms and gray for the top here, like the face paint. That could be done. I love the molding here, but again, I wish it had more paint. All in all, it's okay. It's not bad. I would say if you want a little desk bot or have something just to hang out, you know, somewhere you want to display a little figure, that's what it's good for. But if as a full collection, unless you're collecting all the Legends, I'm not sure if it's for you. But you have to make that call yourself. It is really readily available, and it's actually discounted as of this video on Amazon. So go check it out. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.